Hello and welcome to Simple Cryptocurrency News presented by your host Cryptocurrencies. And in today's news video, we'll be looking at the cryptocurrency market, what's going on with Bitcoin and the alts. Then I'll be covering some of the top 5 news which I consider important and I'd really like to share with you, that being about the Portuguese tax authorities, then some news about Enjin, Ontology, Phantasma chain, and finally Travala from the Neo ecosystem. If this is the first time on this channel, I do cryptocurrency news, reviews, videocasts with different marketing and PR advisors from various crypto projects, as well as demos of various wallets or products out there, as well as blockchain gaming. Now let's get right into CoinMarketCap and see what's going on. So Bitcoin has been trading at $9,600 on average, up 0.06% at the time of doing this video. Now it has been holding down under 10k for quite some time now, probably around 2 or 3 days. So will we see it go up again very soon? We don't know, right? But weekends are pretty bad in general, especially Sundays, and today is Sunday. So let's see what happens Monday. It could go down further or it could just go up. However, on the 6th of September, we're going to have some news about Bakkt. Okay, I think they're going to finally launch and they're going to finally allow institutions to use Bitcoin futures. So if that is the case, then we may see some price rise, right? This is my opinion. Of course, anything could happen. And Ethereum's trading at $170. Let's go down and look at Neo as well, which is trading at $8.79. Ontology is trading at 70 cents, so it's holding quite stable around this mark. Now it doesn't really go below that. On Binance, it did trade at like 69 cents, I believe, when I last checked it. Now Enjin's the biggest gainer. Enjin's the biggest gainer, and I will be covering Enjin news, and you'll understand why. Up 6.99%. 7 cents, okay, which is not that much considering that Enjin was like 17-18 cents not too long ago, right around June, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. ABBC coins up again, and I always seem to when I look at the biggest gainers or the biggest losers, I always see ABBC coin in either one or the other, because when it grows a lot, it always dumps a lot, right? That's usually what happens. And the biggest losers are Dragon coins, which I've never heard of. It was probably a pump and dump, and Igrisha, which I have heard of, Quant as well. So they probably had a lot of pumps and now they're just dumping, right? Because this is usually what happens, or maybe some bad news. I'm not sure what that's all about. And let's look at Phantasma, as I always do. And Phantasma is trading at 498 Satoshi, 4.7 cents. Okay, close enough to 7. And we're going to be covering some news from Phantasma as well, like I was saying. Now that's that from the crypto market. Let's jump right into the news to not hold you any longer, because I want you to find out about this, and especially if you're in Portugal, you're going to be really excited about this. So Cointelegraph covered that the Portugal tax authority are doing Bitcoin trading and payments tax-free, which is absolutely awesome, right? This is what you want to see, especially if you're a crypto trader. You don't want to have to worry about producing a big tax report like people in the US have to do, unfortunately. To be paying tax on every crypto trade. Now, Portugal have announced that they're going to do it tax-free. So let's read this article because it's not very long, just so you can see what it's all about. So according to a report published on the 26th of August by Portuguese business newspaper Jornal de Negócios, the Portuguese Tax and Custom Authority have confirmed that crypto transactions or payments are exempt from value-added tax, which is VAT. The agency confirmed The agency reportedly provided the clarification to a local crypto mining company, publishing an official ruling document. And in that document, the authority states that the exchange of crypto for fiat money is free of VAT, adding that crypto users do not have to pay any income tax. Okay, so that is really good. So it doesn't only mean that crypto trading is free of tax, but also when you're swapping back to fiat, right? When you're converting back to fiat, for example, on a website like Coinbase, if you want to sell your Bitcoin or your Ethereum for fiat and you withdraw to your bank account, then that is tax-free as well, based on what the Portuguese authorities are saying. So that is very good for crypto traders in Portugal. I'm sure they're very happy to hear these sort of news. And I wonder if that's going to cause more traders from around the world to move to Portugal, especially those people that do it full time, because tax can be quite expensive when it comes to some countries, and it's also a real pain to manage all the different trades that you may be doing, all the different transactions, to be able to supply that to the tax authorities. So yeah, this is pretty much what it's all about here. And then they're basically referring to some earlier articles as well from 2013, in which the Portuguese bank stating the same thing in the crypto related paper. And some of the concerns that the Portuguese bank have is that Bitcoin cannot be considered a safe currency as it is issued by unregulated entities. So this is really the reason why it is tax-free from their point of view, okay? So again, let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think a lot of Americans may move to Portugal because of that? Do you think other crypto traders from different countries may move to Portugal? What's your take on this? And do you think this is gonna last? Do you think this is temporary just to kind of attract companies to Portugal, especially the fintech ones, right? But that's that about these news. And let's move on and talk about Enjin. So Enjin welcomes co-owner of leading Minecraft server as Chief Operation Officer or Chief Operating Officer, depending on the company. Some call them operations, some call them operating. But basically, Enjin Pte Ltd, the Singapore-based blockchain ecosystem developer and gaming community, has a new chief operating officer on board. So basically, this guy, he was the co-owner, or he still is the co-owner of Mineplex, and he's joined the company as its COO. Mineplex is an official partner of Minecraft, so this is huge. It's a very big game and one of the largest servers worldwide. It is still not clear whether Mineplex plans to adopt the Enjin platform, but with its senior official joining the company, it shows confidence in the operations and technology developed by the Enjin team. So here he's got a speech talking about how he believes in Enjin. So this is very important news for Enjin, and this is really why I think the price pump has happened, because people are really eager to get more Enjin, accumulate more Enjin right now simply because of these news. This is important because, you know, Minecraft has a big community, and like I was saying before in many of my videos, blockchain gaming is kind of the way that crypto is going to be adopted, in my opinion, especially starting with non-fungible tokens for game assets and things like that. And why do I say that? It's because the gaming community are more likely to adopt a digital currency compared to a non-gaming community, simply because in the gaming community they're used to digital assets, right? In-game currency and things like that. A lot of gamers are paying a lot of money to buy in-game items, but they don't really own those items, right? They're owned by these centralized servers. So this is the important thing with blockchain gaming, in that those gamers who are paying a lot of money can now own their assets, and they can also trade them in a marketplace, right? This is why it's really important. Well, at the moment they can't trade them on the Enjin marketplace. However, Enjin have also announced that they're gonna launch a marketplace, so that's really important. I know Phantasma chain are gonna do that too, and I support Phantasma chain. If you've been watching my channel, you already know that, but Enjin are the first to do it, and they're gonna launch it pretty soon. So let's see what happens. I'm really curious to find out how this is gonna be a big mover for Enjin. And it just shows you, you know, really good project in my opinion, and what they've been doing so far. And also Samsung as well, right? They've got that too. So lots of partnerships out there. Now let's move on and talk about Ontology. So as you probably know, I have a video on Ontology showing you a demo on how to stake to a node. And back when I did that demo, you could only stake to a node if you had 500 ONT coins. However, now Ontology have decided to change that mentality and reduce it for 1 ONT. And I'm not sure if this is unique to only the Sesame node, because as you know, Sesame have joined the Ontology nodes as well. I'm not sure if it's unique to them or if it's across the board, but you can now stake with as little as 1 ONT to a node. I'm sure that the rewards aren't that great, right? The rewards are going to be a lot less because it is divisible, but you can stake as little as 1 ONT. And I believe, if I remember correctly from my previous videos, you can actually get some seed tokens as well, which is Sesame Seeds currency, if you stake using their node. So you don't only get ONG per month, but you also get the seed node, the seed token, sorry. So yes, let me know what you think about that. Are you excited? Are you staking on a node? Are you staking on a node with Sesame Seed? Drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think. And let's move on and talk about Phantasma. So these aren't really new. This is from August 28th, right? But Phantasma shared some more information about the decentralized file storage, and they're basically telling you that the way it's gonna work is that you will be generating storage by owning Sol, by staking Sol, right? So for each Sol staked, 10 kilobytes of storage is getting generated, right? And this means that the whole chain can initially store up to 1 terabyte of file storage, right? For each Sol you stake, you generate storage. and it tells you all about it. And apparently there's going to be some kind of storage node as well. They're working on that because block producers use them, right, and they need them, right? So do check out this article and let me know what you think. I'm going to be posting links in the description below, as I always do, because this is quite a lot to read. But basically you can get a storage node eventually. So this is really bullish. This is really important. What are the benefits? Of course, there are many benefits because this will increase the price of Sol. And not only that, but it'll also create decentralization, real decentralization. And probably the most important part of this article, apart from the fact that they're going to have file storage, is that the apps are going to be truly decentralized, because when you're downloading an app, you're not accessing a website which is controlled by the team. You're actually getting the files directly from the file storage. So that's very important, because that means the team cannot pretty much shut down the app, right? The app is going to be continue to run because they're going to deploy that onto Phantasma blockchain. So that's pretty much how it works, explained at high level. Of course, if you go deeper into it, it does become more complex. So that's that about Phantasma chain. Again, we are waiting for them to sort out the current issue that we've got with the swap. Apparently people are saying in the group that is not really an issue, like people like Bill, who's an admin, it's not really an issue, and they're just testing it at the moment. But let's see, because it is the type of testing that may take a while. They want to make sure that this goes right. They want to make sure that you can swap between the NEP 5 version and the Phantasma blockchain version in and out, because you should be able to swap in and out. That was their promise from the beginning, so that you can trade Sol on exchanges and you can stake Sol on the Phantasma app. That's that about Sol. Let's move on and talk about the final piece of news from today, and that's about Travala. Okay, Travala adds Neo as a payment option to its accommodation booking platform. So as you know, Travala is a booking platform. It is supposed to be decentralized, but it's not really decentralized at the moment. However, it is using the blockchain. This is the important part. And they're basically competing with Booking.com up to a certain level, but right now they're not really competing. However, they are in that alpha state at the moment. They're working on a lot of things. They've recently received funding. So what could happen? We could see this really take off. But now in this recent news article, they're basically saying that you can now book accommodation with Neo, and because it's indivisible, what you will have to do is you'll have to use an integer, so an entire, obviously, Neo amount, and then you'll get AVA tokens in return for anything which is like less than an entire Neo. For example, if you have to pay $4, then obviously you're not going to be paying up an entire Neo for that, right? So if you do pay up an entire Neo, you need to get an AVA token back for the remainder, right? So for half a Neo, right? So that's pretty much how that's going to work. And do check out Travala Smart program as well. They've got a lot of information on it here. The links are going to be here. So again, I'm going to be posting them in the description below. Do check that out. But they're adding more currencies, and this is important because of flexibility. You can use Bitcoin, you can use BNB tokens, XRP, Dash, a lot of different coins that you can use on the Travala platform to make bookings for hotels. That's that from today's video. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the description below, and also don't forget about my Bolt giveaway. Check out my Bolt video. It's gonna be in the link here at the end of this video. Click on that, watch it, and find out how you can qualify for the Bolt giveaway, which is gonna be this month, very soon. I'm gonna announce it shortly. Thank you very much. Bye bye.